And that's actually one of the great things about improv is always say yes. Always accept what it's coming your way, and then you deal with it. You figure it out. You work together. You have a partner.
Mercedes, tell me, how then do you teach through improvisation?
I teach using different tools. First, for the students to get a little confident, we do different exercises that improv has, where where we can break the ice. You know, they can get comfortable with each other and feel good and know that everybody's on the same place here. So we're trying to learn together and play games. So I don't know, improv, I guess the first part is let's relax. We're going to learn something, but it's not that scary. So we use these techniques and these games to teach. Yeah.
Nice. We'll see an example of some games in a second.
Yes.
The next question, how do people learn through improvisation? So you've got games and different kind of activities to do with the students. How do people actually learn through that?
Well,
Do
they do. You learn by practicing, by constantly repeating, by listening to others. For example, a game with words, and you try to find different words that mean the same thing. You know, you learn constructing sentences. You learn how to come up with stories and how to describe certain situations, certain feelings. And the games provide this outlet. You're learning through the practice, I would say, right? Would you agree?
What we're saying is there's kind of a difference between practicing, putting those skills into practice, getting faster at using the language.
Right.
And as opposed to learning
New strategies or
new
learning
things
the
and-
grammar, there should be a base already in this practice. For example, in the news yesterday, there was a story about the first astronaut that landed on the moon.
Okay.
And then you say something about the moon on the moon. So the moon was blah, blah, blah. And then
Okay.
I'll try to find something, okay? Something like this.
Okay.
All right,
I'll
let's do
try
it.
my
Let's see.
best.
There was an article in the newspaper about the first astronaut that landed on planet Mars.
Mars was a big and beautiful planet because it was full of flowers.
Flowers that started growing in one section of the planet where the soil was actually very rich.
Rich was that I don't know how it's.
I love it. That was fantastic. One of the rules is that whatever the other person says is true. So you're adding to that.
Okay.
So you're not changing the story or you're not correcting the situation, but you're just enhancing it. You're adding more to the situation. Let's do another one?
Yes.
Let's do another one. The theme is plant.
Okay.
Start with whatever and somehow plant will come in the conversation, but we don't even have to mention the word plant. It's an inspiration.
Okay. Well, I will mention it.
Beautiful.
I bought a plant for my mother.
My mother that was in love with this specific plant because it reminded her of her native land.
A land where she was raised and he spent her life a lot of years.
Years that were dedicated to raising her family, raising her kids, when she decided to then later move to another country to expand her family.
Family that now is my family because I'm her daughter and I love them so much.
So much that I remember that that I saw the plant and it connected me to her and how we are a family. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. That was so beautiful.
What are the limits to learning through improvisation? Are there any limits?
I feel like the limit would be your if you don't want to participate, if you don't want to, if there's some kind of block with you wanting to learn. Because I feel like I get that a lot from the students. I feel like some of the students just are very afraid of speaking, and they prefer one-on-one because they don't want to. But at some point, you are going to need the language. That's why you are learning it. You're going to be out there. You're going to travel. You're going to get a job where you have to work with other people. You have to. So I feel like that could be a limitation if you don't want to put yourself out there. So improv breaks that. It brings that confidence. It brings that ability for like, okay, I'm put in the spot. What do I do? So that could be in the learning part is we first have to break that wall. And then in improv I think it brings that because you have fun. And, you gotta have fun in learning whatever you do. And if you know you need it, I mean, you the first thing you can't say no.